What's up, YouTube? Wonderful World of Odd here on a fine October 8th morning. We're here to talk all things transhuman today. 5G, the Internet of Things, how your virtual life will soon rule your actual life. Your virtual life will be much more important than your actual life. What else is coming? What's coming with all this stuff? Everything's fixing to be digital, all your money. Everything's fixing to be tracked. Are you ready for it? You ready for that new world? Because we're steps away, guys. We are steps away. It's not far off, and things are ramping up. So, we're going to start here, just this picture here. If you've never seen this and you can't tell, this is just two Apple logos. One's flipped the other way, and you put them together, and it makes an alien. So why am I showing that? Well, let's get into it, folks. We're going to start here. This is a brand new story. So we're going to go to, I can't remember the name of the article. I looked at this last night. I think it's a day old now, maybe 2 days. Let's see what day it is. So activist post, they say they're independent news. I read some of the article. They seem that they're going against Fox News, which is good. And for all of y'all that, oh, well, Fox is conservative. Fox News is pushing this. You know, this is where it handed. So I'm so sick of that. You know, Trump's going to drain the swamp and Q business and all that. But let's set that aside for now. Let's get into this. So Fox News promotes the RFID for medical purposes. Here's why you shouldn't. I'll tell you one reason why, because I still believe it's the mark of the beast in the very end. Oh, how's your red pill now? You know, I think we're getting to a point where they don't even actually have to have the chip to control you with this 5G network, with these towers that are going to be everywhere, and with all the micro or the nanobots that they're chemtrailing with, all the smart dust. But I think where the RFID chip would actually come in is that you are willingly accepting this, that you agree to accept it. But let's just read a little bit of this news article. We got a little bit to go over here, so let me close that so y'all don't know what's up in my life, because I got to put ads everywhere. Anyway, so it says Fox News is pushing the RFID chip implants, encouraging people that the tech is safe and good for medical by stating it's similar to getting a tetanus shot. A tetanus shot, that's what it's similar to? I don't even understand that. Recently, reportedly had chips implanted, and I remember that story. But anyway, Fox highlights this news expressing that a company called Biohacks has already installed around 4,000. I gotta watch this thing, man. They always cut my mic out, and luckily the little thing down there tells me. I'm not sure how much I was talking and missed out what I was talking about. I just double checked this date. So this is all brand new stuff. This is November 7th, 2018. I think once I said the name Rockefeller, they cut my mic. They mess with this mic, man. Every time I'm making one of these videos that's really hitting something, they seem to be all over it. And I have problems with the switching pages and things, but we're going to watch just a little bit of this little interview with this Aaron Russo. He's buddies with the Rockefellers. And this was a long time ago on this interview. I can't remember exactly when, but, you know, back then it was a conspiracy theory, and this is in your face now, you know. Once again, man, there's your red pill that's coming, because people don't want to wake up. They're going to get it. They're going to wake up one way or another. Anyway, yeah, Aaron Russell, Rockefeller's best friend. Do not take the chip. But let's just watch a minute of this. He talks about what their plan is. So we'll let him speak for a minute. I had the video because, like I was saying, I looked at this yesterday. I have a hard time. Whenever I'm doing these videos, man, I'm having a hard time. I'm going to pause for a minute, just get this thing loaded up. So I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Here we go. Just you know, maybe even not a minute of this, but just to hit the point. So
the European Constitution, and in America with the North American. right? And they want to create a new currency.
The European Constitution is one part of it. Now they're trying to do it in America with the North American Union,
is to create a one
right?
world
And they want to create a new currency called the Amero,
right? An RFID
and
chip implanted in them.
the whole agenda is to create a one world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be
so there you have
in those
it,
chips.
You know, out of the
Right, there'll be no more cash.
Himself,
And this is getting me straight from Rockefeller himself.
But I want to focus right here what he's talking about. So they want to chip everybody, we know that, and they want to make a digital currency. So I think blockchain could be good, like Bitcoin, these things could be good. But if criminals run your governments and control everything, this is exactly what they want. So these guys that think that we're going to go on a digital currency and get out from under the banksters, that's what they're wanting. It doesn't matter how the money's digital as long as it's digital. This is a long time ago. This is before blockchain and Bitcoin and all that. But that's what they're wanting anyway. They let us build the system and then they just take it over. It doesn't matter what it is. They'll usurp whatever it is. So people that just think that we can, you know, by getting out of the paper-based money and out of the federal bank, it's not going to work that way. It's never going to work out like that because the world's ran by criminals and they own the system, and we'll never get out from under it. So let's keep going. I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down. Let me shut this window down so it don't give me trouble. It probably will anyway. Oh, sorry, I scratched my eye. I'm Illuminati. Hold on a minute. I'm going to pause again, and because they give me trouble on these videos when I'm doing stuff like this. All right, here we go. So I just typed in, I'm on Bing search, China's social credit system. If y'all haven't heard about this social credit system, and this is what we're getting at. So first, let's turn all the money digital, and now your social credit system. So what is the social credit system? China's social credit system rates how valuable you are on blah, blah, blah. In a contentious world, first, China plans to implement a social credit, officially referred to as social credit score. And basically, I mean, you could read a lot of articles on this thing. If you don't know what it is, I really advise you look at some other videos or come and read some of these news articles. You have basically a score for how everything you do online. So, and also, you know, it also in society as well, but with the social credit score, and I think the way America, how it'll come into America is, you know, did people like your Facebook post? You know, did you do something popular with the Facebook and you didn't say anything anti-government, you know, and what your views are and what you tweeted and you know, what places did you visit? Did you rate your coffee that you had this morning at Starbucks and all this other BS? So your virtual life will literally rule over your actual life, and everything will be digital. Everything will be on the internet. Everything will be on the www.web or net. And that's the way it's going. And if you don't think that's true, that this isn't coming to America, Apple is now using device trust scores to identify whatever excuse they want to use. Apple right now, so back to this, Apple right now is doing a trust score, just kind of like the social score, whatever it is in China, the social credit score, but it's only for the device. Well, that's a conditioning mechanism because it's a person using that device. You get what I'm saying? You get where they're going with all this stuff? So let's look at one. Apple trust rating. What is it? One of these features, however, is iOS. And I think this started in June, it said on one of the articles. Let's just look at Apple trust score. If not, we'll go back. Apple quietly implements trust score based on users, and I think how users use their iPhone and other devices, And I read somewhere, yeah, the number of calls and emails, but then it also talks about your Apple TV and all that, where, you know, and iTunes, and so it's already, oh, what, well, who'd you email and who did you call and all this, and it's rating it. So we are headed to that one world system, and we're headed there quick. We are headed, well, let's go to this one. We are headed to this quick. We are almost there, ladies and gentlemen. And with the 5G rolling out and the Internet of Things, everything listening to you, everything watching you, your social scores being, with everything digitized, everything being rated, and that's, you know, your whole life will be rated on the net. Well, what if I don't have a Facebook, or, you know, what if I don't want a Twitter or do this and that? Well, you're not going to have a very high score, and you ain't going to be able to buy the good stuff in the store. You know, see, here's always the trick. They'll think, well, I'll have, you know, let's say I'm a billionaire and I got all this money. Well, if you have a low score, your social trust score, all they got to do is shut you off. Or they could just shut you off from certain things. Like in China, they keep you from flying, keep you from getting on the trains, and, you know, you won't be able to go here, you won't be able to do this or that. And with all the implants, not the implants, but all the smart dust and the nanotechnology and the way they're messing with our actual DNA, you know, getting all these heavy metals in us with the chemtrailing, with the barium, strontium, and they like to call it, I don't know how they say it, I'll just say aluminum, in our bodies, that you're using these microwave towers with, you know, this 5G network is, it's military grade microwave tech, you know, it's military grade. I mean, who says they can't just fry your ass or, you know, shut you down or whatever? When your score is good enough. And I'm going to tell a little story on this. I'm going to tell a little story. This is a little real story of mine. This just happened the other day. So I called a couple of times. I couldn't get down to the water department, right? So this is where this whole thing would just come to effect. I couldn't get down there. And I called them, and I should have tried, you know, earlier in the month. You know, it's not completely the system's fault, but this is just how ridiculous it is. So I'm calling on the 31st on Halloween. They don't answer. I was calling on the 30th. They don't answer down at the water department. They put you on hold. You sit there till it hangs up. You sit there for 5 minutes, 10 minutes on the phone until they hang up. So I was like, you know what? I got to get down there in person tomorrow. So I go down there to pay it in person. They charge me $20 for a late fee. But when I'm at the water department itself, there's 3 girls in there. There's no one at the drive-thru window. There's no one on the phone. They're just sitting there bullshitting each other, basically, just sitting there talking. And they still tell me, okay, we'll be with you just a minute, sir, while they're just sitting there bullshitting. And that's why I don't get my you know, I'm not able to pay it the day before, because they're down there just gabbing each other, bullshitting each other, instead of taking the damn phone calls and doing their damn job and let people make the payments. And here's the thing, once the internet takes over everything, once artificial intelligence takes over all the system, you ain't even gonna be able to bitch at anybody about this stuff. The system's like, they don't care. Everything's digital. They'll just yank the money out of your damn bank account, and if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. Then what if your social score drops or whatever, your trust score, and you know how things, once one bad thing starts happening, it just starts compounding, and it's like snowballs. And the next thing you know, you're out. You know what I mean? You'll be on the house. You'll be one of the undesirables. And that's where we're headed. That's where we're headed. I hope y'all are ready, because New World Order is here. You know what I mean? It's here, and it's the internet. It's what it is. This is 5G network. Yeah, it's the Masons got their part, and the Illuminati, and the witches, and the Satanists, and the governments, and the Jesuits, and the Zionists. They all got their part to play. But they're not at the top. They might think they're at the top, but they're not. you know, once this thing rolls out, and I'm sure they have their own economy, you know, behind closed doors, and they do things a whole different way. But once this thing rolls out, that's it. This is the beast system, just on steroids. This is it. It's going to be here. I just wanted to show one more thing real quick. This happened this morning. You know what I mean? See, here it is. Free blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Here we go. And this is all part of it. Every day, it seems like almost now. Another one of these. Another one of these. To take away one of these. I mean, another one of these to take away all of these, because they got to get rid of them too. I mean, you ain't gonna be able to fight the system with guns anyway. But once they roll this thing out, you know, people will try to rise up. But it's too late by then. Hey, by the way, just to give an idea of how this whole social thing works, you know, they keep track of every thumbs up and likes and thumbs down and whatever you clicked on anywhere ever. So all that porn you know looked at back in the 90s when all this shit first started, they know what you looked at. Anyway, so I'm going to put a poll at the end of this video to let y'all take this awesome poll. I'm going to do it myself. It'll be my poll, and just so you can get a taste of what this whole thing's going to be all about, man. Anyway, I love you guys. Let's all pray for each other, man. This thing's coming. Peace out.